Hey guys, I'm gone again today and Mrs. Den is here with you. Again, just like last week, I expect you to be on your best behavior, follow my rules and expectations, just like you would do if I was here. In fact, better than if I was here. Okay, so Mrs. Den is here to help you out, answer any questions as we go through taking a look at our second unit. Now on Friday, we finished up our first unit as far as in-class time. Remember, you can still take reassessments, you can still hand in the above and beyond projects when you finish them up, but we won't be using any more class time for Unit 1. All of that will have to be done before and after school. I will be back Wednesday morning before school to help with any reassessments. Tomorrow I will still be gone. Mrs. Den will be here again with you. So today we're starting out with Unit 2. In front of you, you should have the green sheet that Mrs. Den handed out to you that looks like this. Okay? It's just like your last green sheet that you had for Unit 1. What you need to do is you need to go into your notebook and find the first open page, and you're going to glue it in on the first open page of your notebook. Now you also need to write that in your table of contents, what page you put this green sheet on. Now don't do that now. Don't do it yet. Wait until after the video clip, and then you can go through and get it glued in. Okay? Also, you will find this sheet in the shared biology folder, but now you'll notice that we don't have just Unit 1 anymore. We also have Unit 2. So if I click on Unit 2, we find our student handout, which is your green sheet. It's already printed out for you. So now we have some brand new essential questions. With Unit 2, we only have 5 essential questions, but what you're going to find out is there's more information under each essential question compared to Unit 1. So today I'm going to just first of all walk you through the essential questions. If you take a look at essential question number 1, this is reviewing some information from physical science. The first question is, how are covalent and ionic bonds different? So we're taking a look at how atoms bond together. So when you get done with this unit, and when we take the assessment, things that you're going to have to be able to do are identify covalent bonding as the sharing of electrons between two atoms. You're going to have to be able to describe how an ion forms. You're going to have to determine if an ion is positive or negative based on what occurs with its electrons. And you'll also identify ionic bonding as the attraction between a positive ion and a negative ion. So again, hopefully some of this is review. Well, actually it is review. Hopefully you remember some of it from physical science. Our second essential question is taking a look at water. Now we know that water is important for living things. In fact, the recent discovery that there's actually flowing water on Mars is huge for trying to figure out if there's actually living organisms on that planet. So we're going to be taking a look at how does the structure of water compare, or how does it contribute to water's unique properties. So at the end of the unit again, you'll be able to identify the composition of water. What makes up water? You'll be able to explain why water is a polar molecule. We'll talk about polarity. You'll be able to explain how cohesion and adhesion work involving water. And you'll be able to identify and describe a solvent and a solute in a solution. Our third essential question is taking a look at the roles of 4 main types of carbon-based molecules in living things. All living things have carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids that help to keep those organisms alive. So we'll be able to take a look and explain the structure and the function of a carbohydrate. What's a carbohydrate made up of? What's its job? What does it do in living organisms? Same thing with a lipid. Also with a protein, and finally a nucleic acid. Our fourth essential question is taking a look at what chemical reactions take place in living things. So you'll be able to identify the reactant and product in a chemical reaction. Again, hopefully that is review from physical science. You should be able to explain the difference between an endothermic and an exothermic reaction. So we'll take a look at different kinds of chemical reactions that occur in living things. You'll also be able to identify an endothermic or an exothermic reaction by looking at a graph. And then lastly, for essential question number 4, you'll be able to explain activation energy and identify the activation energy of a chemical reaction on a graph. Our fifth and final essential question for this unit is taking a look at what is the role of an enzyme. So at the end of the unit, you will be able to explain how an enzyme acts as a catalyst in a chemical reaction, and you'll be able to describe the lock and key model that goes along with enzymes and substrates. So those are our 5 essential questions for this unit. 5 essential questions, 5 assessment questions each. You can already figure out that there are going to be 25 questions on the Unit 2 assessment. Okay. Now, there are a number of required learning opportunities that go along with Unit 2. Our first essential question, or our first learning opportunity that we're going to work on, is our vocabulary. So today, we are going to work on getting the vocabulary words down. So when working with our vocabulary words, again, you are going to take and write the word in the central oval on your vocabulary sheet. Above the oval, you will go through and write the definition. I will give you the definitions again, so all you have to do is either go on Quizlet, or if you watch the video of the vocabulary words, I again will talk you through the vocabulary words, and you can start and stop so that you can get the words down and listen to me again explain the vocabulary words in further detail. At the bottom of the vocabulary word, you will then draw a picture. Now, some of you were not so good about drawing pictures last time. You need to have pictures for these vocabulary words. So, if you're not sure what to draw yet, you might have to wait a little bit until we start going through some of the further instruction to be able to draw pictures. Okay? But there should be some of them that you will be able to draw pictures of right away. So today, you're going to work on the vocabulary. To find the vocabulary, you'll go back in to the shared folder. Oops, not that one. Taking a look at Unit 2. Oops, if we go back to Unit 2, Chemistry of Life, you click on it, open it up, and you'll find Unit 2, Chemistry of Life Learning Opportunities. If you open that up, it's just like the learning opportunities for Unit 1. At the top, we have the essential question. Then we have a number of learning opportunities to help you learn that essential question. Same thing for essential question 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down at the bottom, you'll find vocabulary. When you click on vocabulary, you'll find the Quizlet, but you'll also find the YouTube video. You can open up the YouTube video. Hey, and there I am again. What do you know? Okay, so what you can do is go through, fill out the vocabulary today, get the definitions, get the words, start working on the pictures, and if you finish that up, then you can start reading the first part of Chapter 2 in the book. Now I will share, again, a PDF version of the textbook with you. Otherwise, if you log into my.hrw.com, again, your electronic textbook, and go to Chapter 2, it's the first section, taking a look at ions, molecules, atoms, and bonding. You'll see that one of the required learning opportunities this time is actually to read Chapter 2 in the text. So this first section is taking a look at pages 34 to 37, so you can get a jump start on that when you're done with the vocab. So vocab, again, work on that first. That should be done, except for maybe the pictures, by tomorrow. Work hard for Mrs. Den, and we'll see you guys soon.